Yo, this is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider.
And this is Samir, the King in Black.
And welcome to another exciting episode of the motherfucking Angry Blerds podcast.
Alright, Sam Jackson, where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry. Blickety black.
Really?
Really what?
You been watching CB4?
No, I just remember it.
Yeah. So speaking of angry, the internet is angry at James Gunn. So, as we talked about before, why are we always talking about DC?
Because they the problem child.
So, as we mentioned several times, DC and Peter Safran. I just realized my damn computer isn't level with the desk, so it's like it's off center. James Gunn and Peter Safran are both like co-presidents of DC Entertainment. So, Henry Cavill. James Gunn posted a series of tweets saying that, you know, they're basically going to start from scratch. He's writing a new Superman movie.
Good.
And Henry is out to the point where if you go on Twitter, I mean, when you guys hear this, it'll be Sunday. If you look at what's trending, hashtag Fire James Gunn is trending.
Well, I mean, I think that's a bit of an overreaction.
A bit.
There are other things that give me pause, but that I think him cleaning slate, just culling all the cast members is a good idea. They need to just start completely from scratch, new cast, new everybody. I love Henry Cavill just as much as the next guy, but he's not the only one that can play Superman. He's a good Superman that was underutilized and wasted, but he's not the only one that can play that role.
Yeah, and apparently a new report from the Hollywood Reporter was released, and they revealed that the villain for Man of Steel 2 was potentially Brainiac. So what are your thoughts on that? Cause, man,
I mean,
DC,
it don't mean nothing now.
True. All right, and apparently before Patty Jenkins got cut from Wonder Woman 3, her and Jeff Johns co-wrote a script, and I guess the producers didn't like it. And so, I told you I was going to say you something? So we can get your initial reaction. So Patty Jenkins decided to be petty and emailed them the definition of story arc.
Okay. Why would that make me mad?
Huh?
Why would that make me mad?
I didn't say you would be mad. I thought you would laugh or something. She emailed them a link to Wikipedia what a story arc is.
Yes. I mean, she's okay. She's right to be critical, and they have no idea what that means. I could argue that her implementation of the concept story arc might not mesh with other people based on Wonder Woman 1984. But other than that, I would have to say her criticism is more or less on point. What was that?
But yeah, I said it's on the shelf. 1984. But yeah, I was just like, oh God, why can't I? Oh, and apparently Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot were supposed to have cameos in The Flash. Those have also been cut.
Good.
So I'm just like,
here's the thing. At this point, I say burn it all to the ground and build a new foundation and everything up from there. Again, you know me. I'm not sentimental about cast members. I think the character should survive the actor that plays them, and I don't think you should ever retire a character for an actor. And I think if an actor isn't working, go ahead and move them on to get another actor to play that role. Just immediately, bam, like that. So again, I love Henry Cavill. That dude's cool, all right. But they need to start fresh, and he's had that role for about 10 years now, and it's time to move on.
Full time 3 movies.
Yes, unfortunately, like I said, they screwed up. They didn't use him correctly. He was gold standard Superman, and they didn't use him right. So it's their fault.
Yeah, and some more DC news. The Rock is a liar.
I mean, that's a little
so
harsh.
Reports have come out that
I think he told a lie. I don't think he is a liar.
So yeah, that The Rock decided to fluff the numbers for Black Adam.
I don't know why he needs to do that. He's The Rock. You don't need to fluff anything. Here's the thing. We still like you. Your movie was bad, but you're still The Rock. Just chill out. Don't. What?
He turned down a cameo for apparently for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. No reason whatsoever. Just no. I want to fight Superman.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's what happens when you get. See, here's the issue. One of the reasons why that movie was bad was he didn't.
Oh, and apparently The Rock held a thinly veiled disdain for Zachary Levi's character. Johnson and his team even reportedly asked that
the character.
Yes,
he doesn't like the character, so he has no problem with the actor. The character he doesn't have. What's his problem with Shazam, the character, or Billy Batson?
But yeah, so apparently him and his team also asked for a scene mentioning Black Adam to be removed from Shazam, wanting the two characters to be as separate as possible at this time.
So, okay, you know what this reads as? You know what this reads as? Here's the thing. There's a lot of correlation with this. When you have big name action stars and they have this tough guy persona that they never want to break, you see it with Sly Stone and Judge Dredd, for instance. All right, he is Sylvester Stallone at the height of his fame in the '90s, and he's like, "Hey, it doesn't make sense. He never takes his helmet off. Let me take the helmet off, because then they can see my face because I'm Sly Stone." And they basically let him superimpose himself over the character, and that's why Judge Dredd sucked. Well, that's one of the reasons why it sucked. All right, I think it was like 10% of the movie he had his mask on, and like the rest he was off.
Pretty much,
because they pretty much caved. They caved to the demands of a muscle-headed action star.
Wow.
So
muscle-headed. What's wrong with you?
At that time, he was, because not only did he not know the character, he pretty much was just leading with his ego. So yeah, I'm gonna call him muscle-headed. So fast forward to 2022, you have The Rock, height of his fame, full control of property that he has clearly little to no knowledge of, based on how he handled it. He had a cursory knowledge of it, and his rush to push him towards Superman instead of
not his rush, his 15-year struggle to make this movie, and I'm putting up air quotes.
Yeah. All right, 15 years, whatever. The point is, had he gotten a actual writer / director to handle that project, and him just be the EP and the lead actor, and just shut up and take direction and let someone write that film, it would have been better. Instead, he got the guy that did Jungle Cruise, who he works with before, who will, cow to his demands, and who will back him up when he goes to the DC heads. And the DC heads is The Rock making a big deal about something. They can't really, what are they going to do? So yeah, it's his fault. And quite frankly, boo this man, because it's like, I don't want to be near Shazam. Like, excuse me? That would have been your claim. That would have made your movie having to fight with Shazam instead of shoehorning Superman in. All right, if you knew what you were doing, Dwayne. All right, look, we still like you, but shut up. Boo this man.
All right? Don't speak for people, because I've already aggressed my thinly veiled disdain for The Rock. And so do we still feel like the hierarchy of the DC universe has changed?
Yeah, it did. It's gone. It's Aquaman at the top, because that's all who's left. Did you see the picture?
Nah.
It's a picture of the Justice. It was a picture of the Justice League cast fit photo, the Vanity Fair looking magazine cover, and they all grayed out. They're all grayed out except Jason Momoa.
So damn.
Every single character, every single actor is going on to do something. Look, I love Gal Gadot. All right, she's great. She's lovely. She's such a nice lady. But I want a Wonder Woman that has range, and I cannot wait for them to recast her. She is always mysterious foreign lady, because she can't drop her accent, and she's only ever sexy and powerful and in control. I never seen her goofy. I never seen her scared. Well, I'm trying to remember any role she's been in. She Red Notice. You saw Red Notice. What was she in Red Notice?
I told you I didn't watch Red Notice.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. My bad.
A list of things to watch on Netflix.
What was the movie with the neighbors who were spies or something, or jewel thieves or something, with Amy Adams?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. I think like John Hamm played the husband or something like that. The Millers, I want to say.
Right. Something like that. She was also sexy and control lady in that too, right? I'm trying to think of another movie she was in. Oh, Fast and the Furious, sexy and control lady. Funny story. She was what?
It was Keeping Up with the Joneses.
That's what it was. Funny story.
Go through her filmography. Okay. You 5 movies. Okay. So Fast and Furious, obviously. Apparently she was in Date Night. I have to go back and rewatch that. Shout out to Bill Burr. Night and Day. Fast 5. Fast and Furious 6. Kicking Out Shoshana. That's an Israeli film. Furious 7, but that was a deleted scene. A movie called Criminal. What was that? Kevin Costner? Yeah, Kevin Costner and Gary Oldman, Keeping Up with the Joneses. 999. Batman v Superman. Wonder Woman, Justice League. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh yeah, she was also sexy foreign lady in that too.
Yeah. Between Two Ferns, the movie. Wonder Woman 1984. Zack Snyder's Justice League, Red Notice, and Death on the Nile. And
I did not watch Death on the Nile.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. She's got Heart of Stone coming out.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, she is supposed to be in Fury of the Gods. According to IMDb.
It's probably a quick shot or a cameo or a flashback.
Yeah, and
the point is that nice lady who we all like has no range as an actor. Or, in her defense, maybe they haven't given her the opportunity to have range. Because if you have an actor who gets a lot of bad roles and has a string of bad directors, it will trick you into thinking they're bad actors. Remember how people think that Robin Pattinson can't act because their only example of him is Twilight?
I would have went with Sam Worthington.
No, Sam Worthington cannot act because he's had good directors, and at best he is okay. Like he's mid at best. Like if you get a great director, they can only make him mid. Like he's just good enough. No, under a great director, great writer, great script, great everything, Robert Pattinson will excel because he's a good actor. All right, under a shitty story, shitty everything, i.e. Twilight, he'll just be like, oh, yo, this is dumb as hell, but I'm going to get my paycheck. And he'll just go ahead and do his thing, you know? So, that's why I look at people, and mind you, this man, he works. He's one of those actors that put in work. He's always working, right? So when people say, oh, he's the new Batman, he's the guy for Twilight, he can't act. You don't watch movies, or you have shitty taste in movies. Because once he was able to come out of Twilight, he was able to write his checks to any movie he wanted to get into, and he pretty much did a stint in indie films that had critical acclaim. So basically, you got mid-taste in movies. That's what that means.
The only movie I know he did after Twilight, because I didn't keep up Robert Pattinson, was Lighthouse.
Look at his filmography after Twilight. He had a movie a year at least after Twilight. All right, he did not just sit around. Same thing with Kristen Stewart. People say, "Oh, Kristen Stewart can't act." It's like, no, she gets a lot of work and she has range. Okay, she can act.
That range.
Well, how many movies have you seen her in?
The Twilight movies, Adventureland, On the Water. But yeah, good old Rob Pat did stay busy. He had 3 movies.
Yeah.
2 in 2014, 2 in 2015, 2 in 16, 1 in 17, 2 in 18, 3 in 19, 2 in 10.
He works.
2 in 2020. Yeah.
Yes, he works. And Kristen Stewart is just as much, if not more. Actually, their careers blew up because of those movies. So I'm just saying, like, if you think an actor is their claim to fame is a bad movie, no, just keep up with their work and see what they do.
Yeah.
Like, you would think Megan Fox can't act, but no, she has some range. She's not the terrible actor people think she is.
Yeah, you kind of lost.
Like, another actress that you would think is bad based on her choice of films is Halle Berry. You would think she can't act, but no, she's just bad at picking scripts. That's another skill. Picking scripts. If you can't pick a good script, or you can't see a project for what it is and choose it or pass it up, you'll end up in a bad movie once in a while, or frequently. You know, like what's an example? I think Chris Evans was supposed to be in Avatar, the first one, and he passed that up because I guess the script didn't grab him or whatever. And Amanda Seyfried, she was supposed to, they pitched her Guardians of the Galaxy for Gamora, and she was like, this sounds weird. No, I'll pass it up. And then now she missed out on the role. So, and it blew up, you know?
Yeah.
And it's, on the flip side of it, it's like, look at Halle Berry's filmography, and you'll see how many of those movies are raspberries or they bombed because they're just bad scripts. She has a great name. She puts people in seats, but she doesn't pick them well. We got way off topic, by the way. We got way off topic. What's the next story? What are we on right now?
The last season of The Flash will debut February 8th.
Woohoo!
Because, the Vigilante versus dead, as he would say.
As I would say, as is written, sir, as is true, that is reality. The Vigilante-verse is dead. One show is not a universe. Okay? Oh, well, Superman Lois is around. Are they connected?
No.
Then it's not a universe. It is a group of shows that he helms. That is not a universe anymore. The universe is dead. Okay?
Okay.
You don't agree?
I'm just saying. Okay. What you got?
Whatever. All right. So, because I was planning to have already watched, huh? What about it? It's going to happen. I don't know what you want me to do. All right. I'll try to move the mic over next time. I don't know. Leave me alone. I was planning to have already watched Avatar: Way of Water at this point, but
you can't.
But it is sold out frequently, and it's very hard to find tickets in my area.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign.
It's going to allow people to pirate it.
What was that?
Yeah, Russia will allow people to pirate Avatar: The Way of Water.
Okay.
The Russian
I don't know what that.
Theater owners wants to legalize the distribution of pirated copies of The Way of Water.
All right.
I saw that
like Russia's in hot water with everybody. I don't know if they highly even get a copy of that movie. Everyone can't stand them. Well, the government, obviously. So I would be surprised they even get the media over there with the embargoes that they have on them. This is not a political podcast. Let's move on.
Well,
anyways.
No. But no, Disney pulled it from from Russia.
Right.
So the only way they can get it.
Exactly. So what are you going to do? Unless the file ends up on the internet and then they grab it over, and it's gonna look like trash.
So Mary gonna find that file like, yes.
I will not. I might still gonna go see the movie, and I'll just wait till it hits streaming. But yeah, so again, the preliminary reviews so far are very positive, and there are a lot of sold out theaters. So I'm very excited, actually. So I'm excited to see what the numbers are going to be for this opening weekend too. This is going to be it. This is officially the opening weekend today, tomorrow, and then Sunday. So this is it. This is its time to perform. I'm curious to see what the numbers are going to be at the end of this week. Once they close the week and tally everything up. Well, will it get the 500 million that they projected?
Probably not.
You think so? But it's looking like that, man. I'm just saying, these IMAX, if they got IMAX theaters that have $20 per ticket, and the entire theater is all sold out for every showing. That's very, promising already. Just saying, man, it might happen. What? Okay, look, the cards are stacked against him. I'm gonna admit that. But what if he does it, Bernard? I keep asking this. He might do it, and then what are you gonna do? You gonna sit there and still hate on the guy?
Once again, I don't know where you're painting this narrative of I hate James Cameron movies. Because
no, I ain't say you hate the man. You gonna still hate the guy?
I don't even hate James Cameron. I just hate his rollout of this movie. It's like the same way The Rock was doing the extra shit with the rollout for Black Adam.
Yeah, but there's a difference. One movie's good and one movie's trash.
I knew you were going to say that.
If someone is good at something and they deliver on their boast, like you can brag and be arrogant, but if you deliver on your boast, I mean, no one likes to show off. Yeah, unless they show you cool shit. That's kind of how it happens, That's what it is.
That's usually people get punched in the face, but
are you sure? I mean, if I say, "Hey, I'm really good at basketball because I'm the best," blah blah blah, and I get on the court and I turn around and fling the basketball behind me, and it just switches into the basket because I'm just that good. Yeah, no, all my boasting has been justified.
And you might get shot in the leg.
Why would that? Why would I prove anything? Oh, I'm not good at basketball, so I'm gonna shoot you in the leg. That doesn't make any sense, Bernard.
Like, you know what? Fuck him. Ah!
So you gonna shoot James Cameron because he called out?
Put that out there. I never said that.
All I'm saying is I don't know why you so mad at
the basketball court are not the rules of Hollywood. You can't go around shooting directors in the leg. Maybe get away with slapping them or something. I don't know.
Look, don't count James Cameron out of a trailer, out of a sequel. I don't know out of a sequel.
Yeah, he says, "You know what? I'm done," and goes and does something else like he did with Terminator.
No,
he did the first two and then walked off into the sunset.
Yeah, I mean, Terminator 2 was pretty done. They came back for Terminator 2 and it sucked. I don't know. Don't put 3 on him. 3 and Genesis on him. Oh, 3 Salvation and Genesis. And then when he came back in EP Dark Fate, the first good one in like a decade, if not more than a decade. That was the first good one we had.
And now he's blaming Arnold Schwarzenegger for bombing.
I mean, I don't know if he's at fault for it bombing. I don't think he should have been in the movie, though.
All right. So this is what James Cameron said. I think the movie could have survived having Linda in it, and I think it could have survived having Arnold in it. But when you put Linda and Arnold in it, all of a sudden it wasn't your Terminator movie. It wasn't even your dad's Terminator movie. It was your granddad's Terminator movie.
How's that? How is he blaming Arnold Schwarzenegger? First off, I don't think he's blaming either the Linda Hamilton or Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think he's talking about nostalgia over substance is what he's talking about.
Yeah, because he said having Arnold in it hindered it when it could have just been a story about Sarah Connor.
Yes, I think he's right. You disagree? It sounds like the studio wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie, and they shoehorned the reason to have him in there.
I'm calling cap on that because this is from the man who told studio executives to get the fuck out my office because this movie ain't gonna make some of the money. It's going to make. He
told a Fox executive to get the F out of my office.
You do know Fox has the rights to terminate it, right?
Oh, maybe it was a different executive. I guess he couldn't do it at that time. Also, again, he was EPing. I don't think he wrote. He wrote Dark Fate.
He wrote.
Oh, he did? Okay, cool.
Double check right now.
I don't think he did.
Bro, it's funny. This movie ain't streaming nowhere. I was talking to Loco about this shit.
Oh, yeah. I want to... Dude, Terminator Dark Fate was really good, man.
Oh, yeah, man. You can't find it nowhere. Story by. So he did come up with the plot.
Okay, so he did the... Okay, yeah, it's a story. Okay. God, Terminator Dark Fate was really good.
It was a one and done for me. I only watched the movie once. I don't remember nothing about it.
Why do you hate on it? It's a really good movie.
I don't hate on it. Honestly, I feel like I've outgrown Terminator.
How? It's a movie about killer robots in the future.
And cyclical time travel.
And you outgrown it because it's childish?
I didn't say it was childish. It's just not for me anymore.
All right, I guess. I mean, you can fine, whatever. Any case, I think he has a point about. I mean, they made so many. I mean, look, they spent a good portion of the movie, and I love this movie. I think this movie's great. Okay, but did they need a whole explanation of what he was doing this whole time? Him being a party planner for children or something? Him meeting that lady and helping her raise her son, like that whole shoehorned in Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. I'm not saying he specifically was the fault. I'm saying shoehorning him into the plot was a problem for the movie, and he's right. Do you disagree?
Like I said, honestly, I don't know.
And it sounds like, based on what he's telling us, it wasn't his decision to have him in there. What?
I said, but I feel like Arnold really didn't do anything to hurt the movie. And besides, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can't have a movie without T-800.
Yeah, you can.
Which one?
No, I'm not saying which one, but yes, you can. They should have. Okay. Or hey, look, how about this? They could have had the T-800 in there, just make him a villain and bring him back in, CGI the young Arnold like it did in Salvation, but better, and then burn him, kill him off or something. He would have been in there. But making him a main character, no.
Well, there was a younger T-800. Remember? Because Arnold fought that one in Dark Fate.
Yeah, they should have. They really shouldn't have had him as the main character. That's what I'm saying. Okay, let's move on. That's my 2 cents. Long story short, I agree with. If that's what he's getting at, I agree with his assessment of that movie. It only becomes your movie. It's your granddad's movie. Why are they trying to placate to nostalgia? Just make something good. Nostalgia isn't what you want to lean on. That's what they it's a crutch. All right, for mid Hollywood.
I guess. I mean, as long as we don't get a Back to the Future 4 or a reboot, I'm good.
No, all right, it's coming.
No, it's not. Robert Zemeckis said, "Over my dead fucking body," and Steven Spielberg.
So he got to die, basically.
Oh no, wait, Steven Spielberg agreed with them, and Bob Gale. So you got the writer, the producer, and the director.
Yeah, okay. So when they all 3 of them die, they'll just take the movie.
I guess. All right, so this is going to make Samir very excited. I think he got a little moist when it was announced. So a live action series has been greenlit for Amazon Prime. So this will be done by the showrunner of The Wheel of Time and the creators of The Expanse, who will be adapting the game in association with PlayStation Productions. And this,
why do you think that's going to make me excited?
Because you get wet over God of War.
I do, but unfortunately, here's the thing. So, I'm a huge fan of God of War. At least God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, to be specific, because I didn't play the first trilogy. I didn't think the movie games were all that good. I'm not getting into that. The point is, when you have highly cinematic games like God of War, like Naughty Dog games, and Tomb Raider, for instance, all right, there's no way for a TV show or movie to add up to live up to those games. All right. At this point, I am over live action adaptations of highly cinematic games. It's redundant, is what it is. You're going to get set pieces and plot points that are going to fall short than the game offered. We're at a point now that the games are rendered in a way that make them expressive and lifelike. Okay. That's why Uncharted, the movie, sucks, because it's nowhere near as good as the games. Okay. Now, if you're not a gamer and you want to experience the story and that's all you got, fine. You can have the watered down version. It's like Kool-Aid with not enough sugar. Okay. We all know how egregious that is. All right. Oh, okay. That's the dryer. I guess we're done.
Like somebody shaving?
No, it's the driver. Yeah. So I will keep an eye on this project, but it's not going to be as good as the game. So part of me is already like, yo, why would I even watch this? Now I don't know what they're going to depict. Maybe they're gonna actually take a lot of liberties with the story that might lead to some some intrigue there. So maybe like Last of Us is shaping up to be like they're gonna adapt the first game in its entirety over the first season or something like that, and that's why I'm like, I don't know how much they're gonna take liberties and how much they're gonna change. So
I mean, besides getting Pedro Pascal to play Joel.
Yeah, besides that, who cares anymore?
Find a white dude like out in Montana.
Who cares? At this point, I'm tired of that. I don't care. Pedro Pascal, fine, do your job.
You're the guy.
He's a good actor.
But you're the guy who says, I hate colorblind casting.
I do, and again, in this case, funny story, it's not going to be enhanced by his ethnicity either. It's just going to be, whatever. Like, okay, so again, on the subject of this, let's go ahead and skip to let's keep this story, but skip to another story.
Let me put a bow on this. So this is obviously going to take place. Well, it's going to be an adaptation of the 2018 game.
Okay, there you go.
Trying.
All right. So then okay. So pause that, and then let's add in a different story on top of it. So. The Spider-Verse trailer, right? That popped out. Looks amazing. They added in a bunch of new characters, a bunch of new Spider-Man. Did they show David Kaluuya's Hobart Brown?
It's Hobie. It's not Hobart.
Who's Hobart?
Nobody's Hobart. Hell, Hobie Brown in 616 is still just Hobie Brown.
All right. Anyways, yeah. So did they show Hobie Brown?
They might have if he didn't say anything. Could you please do something about that fucking dryer?
It's gonna do it. It's almost done.
Nobody. That's the noise it makes when it's almost done.
Yeah, it just buzzes. Every time there's a noise, you hype on the noise, and it's harder to edit that out. You did it right. Oh my god, what is that thing? Oh, you do that every time there's a noise. It's hard to edit it out, from what I understand, if you make more reactions to it. Like, just stop reacting to it.
It's a repeating noise.
Yeah, I get it.
And I don't need
to add it.
Yo, what the hell was that?
I guess, but the more you freak out every time there's a noise, the harder it is for you to edit it out.
Noise.
We're talking about it now because you freaked out.
I didn't freak out.
But you talked about it. You mentioned it twice. I told you what it was before, and you mentioned it again.
Because I thought the dryer was done.
No, it's going to do it. It's going to keep doing it. I think I would think it would be more disruptive to the podcast for me to get up and go take care of it.
That I could edit out.
Oh, can you?
Yes, I can.
5 minutes later.
All right, so it's actually done. That was the last one.
So yeah, his name is Hobart, but no one says, "Hey man, did you see that comic with Hobart Brown?" No, we just say.
Oh, so hold on, Bernard. So what you mean to say is I was the opposite of wrong, the antithesis of wrong. There's a word for that.
Hobart.
What is that word, Bernard?
So the opposite of left, but yeah, his name.
Oh no, you say the word. Can you say the word?
I'm not saying nothing.
Can you sit there
and look stupid all you want to.
Can you say the word?
No, I cannot. Plausible deniability.
It's always strange. You tried to correct me, and it's
cut all that out. What you talking about? I'm the editor. Remember?
I don't know. You can. I don't think you can. You don't cut out that whole. It's going to mess up the whole flow of the podcast. So the whole pacing.
So. We got so many Spider-Men shown in the trailer for Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes, and they gave us, and this is going back to my earlier point, they gave us the first appearance of Jessica Drew, a.k.a. Spider-Woman.
So you weren't just going to let me...
It was the reason why I brought it up. The reason I brought it up because I was going to tie into the comment about Pedro Pascal. How do you feel about this casting? Issa Rae. No, Jessica... But who's playing this? Issa Rae?
Yes.
Okay, Issa Rae, yeah. Why am I thinking Jessica Williams?
Because she was in Intergalactic. Same art style.
That's what. Yeah, that's what it is. That's fine, so.
Look, you didn't watch the Daily Show, okay?
I don't see why that has anything to do with anything.
She was on there for like 6 years. You ain't watched Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald or
it was trash.
Secrets of Dumbledore. But
she's taller than you.
okay, so what?
She might be in the Short Kings.
So get a fucking light, you dark bastard.
What's wrong with being dark, Bernard? We're the Angry Blerds.
I'm talking about your room. It's dark. You need
it's
a
not dark,
light.
actually.
Bro. I gotta change I gotta do a color correction every time we record because you ain't got no focus light. All the light's coming from your computer. But
not true. It's coming from behind me. The light's on.
I want to punch that stupid smile off your face. All right, so let's talk about all the Spider people who we saw in the trailer. So we saw Peter Parker from Spider-Man Unlimited, Werewolf Spider-Man, Miles, obviously, 2099 Spider-Man, Bombastic Bagman,
Insomniac Spider-Man.
Thank you, because I was just about to say that, Samir.
You're welcome.
I have
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Go through my list. All right. Insomniac Spider-Man, Mangaverse Spider-Man, Mayday Parker, Spider Armor Mark 1, Spider Armor Mark 2, Spider Armor Mark 3, Possible Spider-Hulk, Spider-Cop, Future Foundation Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, Captain Spider, Old Man Spider, Lady Spider, Webman, Business Spider-Man, Spinneret, Spiderling, Anya Corazon, MCU Spider-Man, possibly.
Oh, what? Anya Corazon?
Peter B. Parker, Kane Parker, a variant of Jessica Drew, Spider-Monkey, Superior Spider-Man, and everyone's favorite clone, Ben Reilly.
All right, question. Did they actually list Issa Rae's character as a variant of Jessica Drew?
Oh, she's listed as Jessica Drew, then there's another one.
So then, do you think the 616 Jessica Drew is that variant?
Possibly not. They probably just said, hey, it's Issa Rae. Let's make the Spider-Woman black.
Right. Now, going back to my other point, do you think she's going to enhance the role? We obviously haven't seen it yet, but are you excited about her playing that role?
Hey, man, I've had a crush on Issa Rae since the Awkward Black Girl.
So it's okay when she does it?
What are you talking about? She does what?
You're upset that they couldn't find a white guy to play Joel.
Okay, so no, this is where I'm going to stop you because we've had this argument about voice actors time and time again. There's not really that many people of color who get the opportunity to voice act.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was also just having this conversation with Loco a couple weeks ago. Mike Henry, white guy, did the voice of Cleveland Brown. Hank Azaria, Apu, Carl from The Simpsons. What's old girl name? Jenny Slate. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why they made the decision to make the character black. I guess because of Issa Rae's tone, because she's kind of got like a West Coast tone to her.
Yeah, she sounds. Yeah,
she's from Cali, so I don't think that would have worked making the character white. Like, nah. This Jessica Drew got some seasoning on her chicken. So, right.
Okay. So, with that being said, why are you okay with that? So just because the voice acting of roles, the availability of voice acting roles, that's the only reason why you're okay with them putting Issa Rae as Spider-Woman as opposed to Pedro Pascal as Joel?
That plus this is going to sound very problematic. The views that I'm about to say do not reflect the Angry Blerds podcast as a whole.
It might, but go on.
All right.
It's our podcast. We can say what we want.
I'm sick and tired of Hispanic actors playing white characters.
No, that's not a problematic thing to say. It sucks that they can't. It sucks that they can't put.
Because we did this like a year ago when I was mad about Oscar Isaac playing Moon Knight.
Right, but it's like it's Latina erasure is what it is because they can't ever be themselves in the role, or at least put themselves into the role. So, for instance, Alexis Bledel, she is Latino, and you wouldn't know that because she passes for white. And through the whole run of Gilmore Girls, she had to act like a white girl. instead of who she is. And there was even episodes where she had to pretend not to be fluent in Spanish.
Hey, that's on her.
It's not on her. It's on the film industry as a whole. They rather cast anyone that looks white or white people than anything else.
I'm pretty sure she could have said something on the set of Gilmore Girls. Maybe not season 1 or season 2.
How? She's the daughter of a white woman, and that's who she's playing. Would she be adopted?
No, I'm just saying, like, she took Spanish in middle school or whatever, and she's actually tutoring someone. Change the guy.
She would have to give herself an accent of someone who isn't fluent. Maybe she is that good. Possibly.
Does she?
Actually, funny story. That's what she did in the show. She is that good. Alexis Bledel is a good actress.
I mean, yeah. So, have you heard her actually speak Spanish, like on press junket or anything like that? Does she have an accent?
She's fluent, is what she is.
Okay, but does she have an accent?
I can't pick out a Spanish accent when someone's fluent. My wife can. I can't. So she can tell you, oh, that person's from this country because of how they say this. So she can say that because she knows Spanish.
Yeah. So
and she's familiar with the various dialects of Spanish. So there you go. But with that being said, you have these actors who can't ever be themselves in a role. So, like, for instance, like the role isn't enhanced by their ethnicity. They can't ever help that, you know? Yeah. Like I love use this as an example, but Interview with the Vampire, it's like Jacob Anderson's blackness and the era that they put the show in enhances the story. Is the story going to be?
Because it's been quiet about Interview with the Vampire for a few weeks.
I think it got renewed.
That's neither here nor there, but continue. Bro, I'll look it up later.
Well, I mean, you. Anyway, what was I saying?
This is why I wanted you to keep going, because now you forgot what you were saying.
Point is, if you're gonna race swap a character, enhance the experience with that character, with that actor playing that character. You know, okay, a perfect example. This is funny because we both hate this movie, even if it's a good movie. Logan, right? I know we both hate it. Move on. The point is, the movie was good. It's a good movie. It's just a terrible. It's disrespectful to all the characters involved, but it's a great film. Now, why am I forgetting this actress name? The actress that played
idiot.
There we go. Well, shut up and participate. Stop acting like a little baby. Anyways, so yeah, her being fluent in Spanish got her the role of X-23, and also her being fluent in Spanish gave the story this certain levity, and the character just buried it at the breakthrough because she at first there was a language barrier between her and Logan, and that was funny, and it caused friction. All right, it helped the story. Okay,
because Laura is in Spanish, but no,
so what? Like I said, we don't. The movie is good, but it shits on the X-Men like everything Fox did. Okay,
yeah, I'm just glad they didn't try to retroactively make Laura Kinney Hispanic.
Oh God, it would be terrible.
Like, oh yeah, what was the name of the lady who gave birth to her? The scientist, like they make like her father Peruvian or something like that.
No, they took Logan's DNA and
the doctor, you idiot, not Laura.
Oh well, the doctor, she used Logan's cells, took her egg, and put it in her uterus, and she was white. Yeah, I know. What was her mom's name?
Sarah Kinney, I want to say, but it's like you're.
I think that's the first thing that popped in my head was Sarah as well.
It's like you're hearing what I'm saying, but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
You know what? Well, maybe.
I'm saying like they changed the doctor's father's background, not Laura. So they make her like a quarter.
So she's a quarter? No, that's not gonna work.
Yeah. Hey man. Neither can a jacket in space, but you see what they did to Star-Lord.
Yeah, they called it Sarah Kinney. Actually, funny story about that. Would you have to treat like certain fabrics and materials to survive in vacuums? Like, you can't just put cloth out there, right? Wouldn't it freeze?
It would freeze and shatter in all of 2 seconds.
Right. Is that leather jacket even going to work? I'm like, just whatever. It's science fiction. I'm tripping.
This is where I get mad. I'm sorry, nerd deep dive real quick. So when Guardians of the Galaxy came out in 2014, Peter Quill hasn't been back to Earth since he was a child. Peter Quill's first trip back to Earth was during like the whole X-Men Guardians Black Vortex situation.
That was cool. That was a cool limited series.
It was before that. I can't remember the name of the arc before that, but yeah. No, it's like was it? No, that was Nova. But yeah, so it's like, where the hell did he get the leather jacket from? I'm just like, oh.
He had it made. It's not cow leather. It's some type of animal from a different planet that they made leather out of.
Space cow.
It's hide, alien animal hide.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, long story short, my stance is if you're going to cast, you cast. But they're not the original ethnicity of the character. Make sure that ethnicity is going to enhance the role. You know, that's all. That's my stance on it. But I guarantee you, they're going to make him pass for white.
Of course they are. You ain't gonna see Joe making no goddamn carnitas.
And Pedro Pascal, does he pass?
People think so, but I don't.
I don't think he do. Not really. He don't.
When I saw him in Kingsman: The Golden Circle, I'm like, Montana.
God, confession. I don't like Kingsman.
I'm like, maybe Texas.
Yeah, I don't like Kingsman. I hate those two movies. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I hate them. I don't know. That's just my stance.
Yeah, I'm going to his filmography real quick. Oh, Agent Whiskey.
Well, whiskey is a international drink.
And his character's name was Jack Daniels. Hence the reason why it's Agent Whiskey.
Also, yeah. Jack Daniels. That's kind of. Yeah, but that's kind of also racially toned because I think Jack Daniels stole the formula from a black guy.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Jack Daniels was a whiskey that was developed by a black guy, and he stole it and built an empire out of it.
So we really looking up Jack Daniels stealing whiskey because neither one of us drinks whiskey.
I'm just saying. Hang on, I'm gonna see.
Yeah, so apparently this is an article from New York Times. When Jack Daniels failed to honor a slave, an author rewrote history. So this was written August 15th, 2017. Lynchburg, Tennessee. Fawn Weaver was on vacation in Singapore last summer when she first read about Nearest Green, the Tennessee slave who taught Jack Daniel how to make whiskey. Green's existence had been an open secret, but in 2016, Brown-Forman, the company that owns the Jack Daniel distillery here, made international headlines with a decision to finally embrace Green's legacy and significantly change its tours to emphasize his role.
There you go. See?
God damn. Jack Daniel's out here stealing whiskey. Sanders out here stealing 11 herbs and spices. What is next, Samir? Tell me.
I mean, Elvis?
Oh, yeah, that motherfucker. I don't know. He respected the churches. Nah, he stole from the churches. Well,
look. That's not a hit on there. The statutory rape is what you should be focusing on.
Yeah, but you got to remember how he got to the statutory rape by stealing black culture.
God damn! So just a loss all around.
Yeah. And stole from Forrest Gump.
Huh?
You don't remember in Forrest Gump, Elvis actually stayed at the bed and breakfast when Forrest was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Forrest on a little leg wobble? So, a game that Samir alleges was delayed to avoid God of War, Hogwarts Legacy has actually been delayed again. Oh, fuck.
What?
It's April 4th. It's Naldi's birthday. So, yeah, that will be coming out on April 4th, 2023 for the Xbox One and the PS4.
And
I hope that still means the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X in July 25th on the Switch.
you got PC.
It didn't say.
I'm pretty sure it's just
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, never mind. So it's still February 10th for PS5, Xbox Series S, and PC, with 72-hour early access beginning on February 7th, 2023. So, okay, so I got scared. I looked more into it, and I was going to say, why are they pushing it back? And why didn't they say PS5 and whatnot? So we're still getting a February launch for the new gen series. I wonder why the delay for the older series. But if you have a PS4 or an Xbox Series One, not Series One, an Xbox One S or X, you will be getting it in April and July for the Switch. Who the hell is going to play Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch?
People who are stuck playing the Switch. I don't know.
Yeah, man, you can't play a game that massive on the Switch because then you're stuck cloud gaming.
Yes, essentially.
Yeah, because I can't do it because I was like, yay, Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Switch cloud version. Nope. Because I almost originally bought Guardians of the Galaxy for the Switch. I was like, nah, what's this cloud version crap? And I looked more into it. It's like, oh yeah, you can only download the game in certain increments. I'm like, yo, what if I go on a trip and I'm stuck nowhere and I'm stuck without Wi-Fi? I'm screwed. Nah, I'm cool. What you got, man?
Oh, okay. Actually, I did have something.
Come on, man, get it together.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So they this past week they released the next gen update for The Witcher 3, and that shite is serious. It is just busting up PCs. Like, it is hard to run that thing maxed out at 60 frames. Like, you need a serious card for that again. Like, it went from, oh yeah, I can run The Witcher 3 with 100 plus frames to like, yo, I'm hitting like 45 on a good day, because of the ray tracing and all that. That's what they added in. It is nuts. The game looks so good again.
So, are you gonna play it?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. It's on my list. Actually, I gotta jump through Hades because I'm definitely playing that new game when it drops out. So I need to knock out Hades and just kind of pick my way through my back catalog of games. I'm so backed up.
Well, I suggest you get a colonic and deal with your backed upness. I know that's not a word, but I'm making it one.
Damn, that was lame.
All right. So, looping back around to Samir's favorite person, James Cameron has revealed that he has performed a scientific
That's my favorite
study
person
to prove that two people could not survive on the floating door at the end of Titanic. And the reason why this is brought up, because obviously, it's been a heated argument on social media for years. And next year will be the 30th anniversary of Titanic, I believe. So, yeah, he said, we have done a scientific study to put this whole thing to rest and drive a stake through his heart once and for all. We have since done a thorough forensic analysis with a hypothermia expert who reproduced the raft from the movie, and we're going to do a little special on it when it comes out in February. So the special will coincide with the 4K restoration of Titanic, which is scheduled to open in theaters Valentine's Day weekend. So yeah, they took two stunt people who were the same body mass as Kate and Leo and put sensors all over them. And okay, now we're getting a little creepy. All over them and inside them. We put them in ice water and we tested to see whether they could have survived in a variety of methods. And the answer was there was no way they both could have survived. Only one. So it said Jack needed to die. It's like Romeo and Juliet. But they both died in Romeo and Juliet.
I think what he means to say is that in the sense that that Jack has to die because of that's how it is, the situation, the two of them had to die because of the situation. Which technically the two of them died because of miscommunication, but
Yeah. That was a game of telephone. Hey man, it's not really poison. It's just sleeping. It's just ZQL. But yeah. So, guys, get ready for date night for Valentine's Day next year with the 4K restoration of Titanic, and we can all go watch this this scientific study and call Cap if you want to.
I mean, why would you assume Cap?
I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
So, I mean, I've always thought it was strange. So here's my take on this. Now, granted, I'm not a physicist that's well versed in thermodynamics and other things like that, or a chemist or whoever. Whatever you need to be, an expert at the situation. I thought that the water was like freezing cold, like it was had ice in the water, right? It's cold, and so they're soaking wet. I thought they would have froze anyways, honestly.
Well, Rose did freeze. You don't recall?
Almost did. Yeah, she almost froze. She had ice in her hair, so there's that.
Look, I'm done talking about Titanic. I'm honestly done talking about James Cameron. That Avatar.
I don't know. Look, we're gonna talk about James Cameron for the next few weeks because that thing is either gonna bomb or it's gonna just soar like an eagle. All right, like the Seal song. All right, it's gonna fly like an eagle.
Yeah. My soar like an eagle.
Let my spirit carry me. So we're gonna be talking about it. Oh boy, it grows this much. It grows that much. I wonder what the haters are saying. Or oh boy, it's failing. I bet the haters are doing this. We're gonna talk about it. It's the number one movie. It's gonna be the number one movie. All right, we're gonna talk about it. It's gonna close out the year in controversy and hatred. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so get used to it.
What you got?
What do I have? Okay, so the Barbie trailer. What do you think?
I don't care. It's Barbie.
Why are you so mid, sir?
Because I don't want to see.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, because you're not interesting. Oh, I'm a man. I can't watch a movie about Barbies.
Plus,
that's your man dance.
And Margot Robbie.
Do you have a problem with statuesque blonde women?
I just don't think she's a good actress.
I think I beg to differ. How many roles have you seen her in?
Wolf of Wall Street, the DC stuff.
Okay, so pause.
Yeah, okay, so I, Tanya, or is it Tanya? I, Tanya.
First off, two things. One, I, Tanya was breathtaking. It was really good. So if you don't think she's a good actor from that, you don't know good acting. Two, all right. Amazing. Her rendition of Harley Quinn was also really fun. Okay, so if you take these two vastly different roles, Tanya Harding and Harley Quinn or Harleen Quinzel, and she has range. Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, yeah, she didn't really have enough range, but fine. Though she clearly has an ability to. She has range. Okay, so to say she's not a good actor, I don't know. That's not a fair assessment at all. That's not accurate.
I just said I'm not a fan of her work.
Fine, but okay. Anyways, hypothetically, let's say because Greta Gerwig is an amazing director. All right.
Yes,
she has a wide body of work, and pretty much every time she knocks it out of the park. Almost every time she touches a project, it's good. Okay, I don't think there's
Legend of Tarzan.
What about Legend of Tarzan?
Margot Robbie was in.
Yeah, that was probably her first part of her career. So that movie can suck. Yeah.
Yeah, she was Jane.
Yeah, that's okay for that movie. It's gonna suck. That's the first movie.
In Terminal, that was 2018. Her first movie was technically something called ICU, which came out in 2009. Her first U.S. movie was About Time. Never mind, that's a British movie. So her first U.S. movie was The Wolf of Wall Street. Then she did Z for Zachariah.
Oh yeah, Z for Zachariah. That movie was good. Yeah, range. Okay, so so her directorial. So as far as her directorial debut, which was Lady Bird, it won a bunch of awards.
I don't know what is.
Okay, I'm just saying the lady has a very good success rate so far. She did Lady Bird, amazing. She did Little Women. It is very hard for me to go into a project knowing full well what's going to happen and still get tears out of it.
And her first movie was actually called Nights and Weekends that she wrote, directed, and produced.
What, Greg Erwin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I think we should definitely give her and Margot Robbie a chance because they do good work. And Ryan Gosling don't do bad movies usually. You know, he's pretty consistent. So
Walk Along the Pines.
That was good. Why would you think that's not good?
Keep in mind, he died in the first 5 minutes of the damn movie.
He did. That might not even be a good assessment, but he was good. I believe his role. I enjoyed Walk Along the Pines.
Did you watch First Man? Or are you just going off the reviews? Like he played Neil Armstrong?
I did not watch First Man, actually.
The Ides of March.
No.
I'm naming movies that are fresh, but they're very just bland and dull. And I'm not watching Barbie, dude. You can try to convince me.
Did you watch Lars and the Real Girls?
Yes, I saw Lars and the Real Girl. Singular. Girl. Not girls.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that movie was great.
It was.
Blue Valentine?
Never even heard of it.
Really? Amazing. Drive, obviously.
Yes, it's on the shelf.
Yeah, and The Place Beyond the Pines, I did see that he's barely in it, so that barely counts. But The Big Short.
No, we just had this conversation.
Nice Guys. Yeah, I know. La La Land. The point is, he does good work also. I did not see First Man. What is this about? Oh, you said the Neil Armstrong, right?
I just told you that. Yeah.
Oh, dang! This movie is well received. I'm gonna have to go check this out and see if it's good. It's a biopic, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, The Notebook. Obviously, The Gray Man.
Oh yeah, and The Gray Man sucked. Right.
Did not watch Blade Runner 2049.
It's good.
Gangster Squad.
Anyways, we get off subject. The point is, I don't know how you can just knock off a project before it even gets a response. Like you see the cast, you see the director. All right, it is guaranteed to be well received. Okay, I don't see why you can't. Oh boy, what is this movie going to bring to the table? Is it going to be really funny? Is it going to be really heartfelt? Like, why are you already just wiping out, just not writing off the project? You know, it just reads as so close-minded.
Samir, I don't want to watch a Barbie movie.
But is it Barbie because I'm a man and I can't be associated with Barbies?
Barbie. It has nothing to do with me being a man. It's Barbie.
It has to.
It happens.
Why can't? What's wrong with Barbie? What's wrong with the property Barbie being a movie?
Nothing was wrong with the property.
Then why are you hating on it?
Oh my God. Just because I don't want to see something does not mean I'm hating.
But you have zero information. Zero information. Why don't you want to see this movie? You have literally nothing to go on other than a trailer, which you did not watch. Why don't you want to see this movie?
I just don't want to.
You sound like a child that doesn't want to eat his broccoli.
Okay, I'll be that. I don't want my broccoli.
No, but all right, fine. Be that. I'm just saying. It sounds like you just don't. It sounds like you're a little kid that doesn't wipe his ass. Just won't go with that. All right, cool. I'm glad you know that. Okay, great. Bernard is a small child, doesn't wipe his ass because he clearly just wants to write off a movie because Barbie's icky. Girls have cooties. That's what you're giving right now.
No, that's what you're projecting.
Insinuating? I don't know what are you judging this movie on? What metric are you judging this movie on? That's what I'm curious. I just can't fathom this movie.
The trailer, I'm good, man. It's just too colorful and it just looks kooky.
Too colorful? That's your metric? You need to watch darker movies?
I also said kooky.
Kooky? That's a good thing. If it can land that well, if it has a good kooky tone and it lands it well, that sounds like a good time. You've watched kooky movies before, by the way. I know you watch kooky movies.
That'll be a good time for you, but I'm cool. I'm cool.
I know you watch kooky movies or movies that attempt kooky. All right.
Okay, and I'm still cool.
This guy likes Seth Green movies. Just saying.
I haven't watched a Seth Green movie since Austin Powers.
I don't know, man. You own Without a Paddle unrated edition on DVD.
I don't own Without a Paddle. Why are you just up here making up stuff? I owned it when I was 18.
Okay, so we're going to move on because Bernard is mid and he can't handle criticism.
And you seem to can't understand that, hey, I don't want to watch it.
You're right. I can't understand that a person can draw a conclusion based on zero information.
You just insult me because I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, because I'm insulting you because you're drawing a conclusion based on zero information. And I'm wondering, and I asked you, where are you drawing this conclusion from? What makes you not want to watch the movie?
I almost said Margot Kidder. Rest in peace, Lois Lane. Margot Robbie is Barbie.
Oh,
I started the trailer, then I was like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Okay, it's a very talented, attractive woman playing a role she was born for.
Talented and attractive. I have to watch the movie.
No, yeah, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. What I'm asking you is
that actually goes into my next subject. I'm done with this Barbie crap. Jennifer Lawrence actually said that she is the first female actress to headline a movie. Okay. And it's like, are you on drugs, ma'am?
You're misquoting her. I think she said action movie.
Yeah, and once again, is she on drugs?
I don't see how this correlates to our last argument, though, but okay.
It's not. I'm changing the story. I'm done with this Barbie crap. Because
my opinion of this is Jennifer Lawrence is okay to make a mistake and say something silly. We all do it. We're human. She said something silly. Okay?
Yeah, but come on now. She's our age and she couldn't think of Terminator?
Some people, no matter how talented they are they may have mid taste in movies. Maybe maybe their exposure and their reach of films, and how they take it in is narrow and closed off. Okay, maybe she doesn't know that.
Just shut up.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're on the subject of Jennifer Lawrence and people who have narrow taste in art, who draw conclusions based on zero information. So maybe Jennifer Lawrence said, "Hey, I don't know of any female action stars that predates the Hunger Games because I haven't taken in enough art." And that's what it is. And I'm going to draw a conclusion based on zero information and without any research. And, and I want to sound really dumb, So that's what she did. And I still like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's a great actress. She's talented. I wish her the best. And hopefully she can just recount this really dumb comment. She doesn't have to.
Oh, no, she did after everybody dragged her on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, okay, great. You're allowed to say something dumb and then get drugged by your friends and family and people close to you, and then you'll just recount it.
And the people on Twitter and Instagram, I don't know how to consider friends and family.
No, guess you're right. Well, anyways, people say dumb things.
Hey, let's name a crap ton of the movies with a female-led protagonist and an action film that predates the Hunger Games. I'm going to go first. Terminator 2.
Okay, I'm going to go with a less mid. La Femme Nikita.
Oh, the James Cameron movie mid.
No, I'm going to call that's the first thing you jump to mid. There's other films. It's so popular. It's like, who's your favorite X-Men? Wolverine. Come on, man.
Okay, fine. I'll take that one off. You ready? Red Sonja.
There you go. All right, cool. Terrible movie, but yeah, great. All right, so we got La Femme Nikita, Red Sonja, and I guess it's my turn again.
No, it's my turn again. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
La Femme Nikita. Oh, yeah, I'm going again. Barbarella. Jane Fonda movie that's being remade.
Yeah, okay. Well, shoot. Okay, so Barbarella is... Now, does it have... Because I haven't seen Barbarella.
It's a sci-fi action movie.
I know of the project. I just haven't seen it. And then there's Barbed Wire starring Pam Anderson in the 90s.
Yeah. Is that your choice?
Yeah.
Barbed Wire?
No, that's not my choice. I'm just wondering, is there any correlation to that property?
No.
All right, Tank Girl.
Okay, Barbed Wire.
Really? You pick good movies. Like, Barbed Wire is a terrible movie.
No, we didn't say good movies. We just said action movies with a female lead.
Right, but maybe put some influence and impact in it.
Okay, fine. Like Tomb Raider.
There you go. I mean,
Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
That the film didn't have much impact, but the games did. So sure. Okay. Female led. Okay. Kill Bill, but that's also pretty mid. So
You just call Kill Bill mid because it's
I call the choice Kill Bill mid because it's easy, low hanging fruit. That's why the movie's great. So is Terminator 2. Great choice of cinema. It's just that the choice is just low hanging fruit. Everyone likes that movie, you know.
movie.
The Heroic Trio is a martial art film it's a martial art wuxia film from the 90s, and it is so off the wall and great. I think it's pretty.
You just can't stay in the U.S., can you? Trying to
why can't I?
Like people know.
Hey, why do I think you said that my Trump impression is awful? The point is, America first. America first. I'm sorry, America first is small dick energy. All right, America first is small dick energy. Okay, it really reads as small dick energy. Okay, if you got to stay in your side of the woods, you got small dick energy.
I mean,
just saying.
Americans are in the U.S., so they might watch primarily U.S. movies. And once again, how many thoughts I have to tell you? Quit slandering our listeners.
I'm not slandering our listeners. All right. Go watch foreign films. They're great. Read subtitles. They're not hard. Look, do yourself a favor and go do it. Some of the best films are foreign films. Okay?
That one guy in Russia's probably like, yeah, he's right.
Okay? Just saying. All right? That one guy, that one listener from Russia?
And people in Australia.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. It's like... Yeah. Okay. So it's one of Masao Yao's first acting roles, actually.
And Resident Evil.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, you picking all the bad ones. What the hell?
I mean, all right. Anyway, let's go to our next topic. What you got?
Got me all. Oh, okay. So let's give our preliminary opinions of the Forspoken demo.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna preface this with this thing. I want to love with a capital L this game. I really want this game to succeed. So I'm hoping that when I get because I'm still gonna probably buy the game based on its response. If it doesn't completely bomb critically, I'll get the game. With that being said, I played the demo, and there was, in its defense, also, my brain is wired for God of War. I just finished a game this last week, and my brain is still wired for that game. Maybe I was having issues adjusting to the visual tone of the game and the control scheme, which the control scheme was definitely true. They kind of throw you in there, and its magic system is very diverse and complicated. Not complicated.
Okay, so
intricate.
Question. So when you were flipping between who was it, Sega and Freya's magic, were you actually using L1 and R1 to switch magic, or were you using the D-pad?
The L1 and R1.
Yeah, that was stupid because they should have showed you that in the tutorial that you can get the option to just switch with the D-pad.
Right. Okay. So there you go. So I think the control, once you get a hang of it, I think you'll be switching through a lot of the spells quickly. And this game has a lot of spells. I think it's really one of the cool things about it. Tons of spells. So I think once you get the hang of it, that will be more fun. Also, visually, it's a lot to take in. The game has a very sharp, and bright, what's what I'm looking for?
Aesthetic?
Not really aesthetic. Or maybe, sure. Point is, the game is bright, and yet in some areas, it's also washed out and kind of bland. So they might need to either A, patch that, or B, we just have to deal with it. Maybe that's just one of the pitfalls that the game has. It's one of the detractions. Who knows? But so far, the traversal's fun. What do you think of the traversal?
I got no problem with the traversal. It was the combat. So like you were saying, spells are a little bit too much and they take a while to get used to. Main issue with the combat, there's no defense whatsoever.
Well, you can dodge.
That's it. That's not necessarily defense. Like you can't put up a shield to protect yourself. There's no parrying. So that was my main issue with the game.
Yeah.
It's like
okay. There may be a spell later on. I don't know.
Like combat, and there's no like defense.
That could be a little jarring, especially again coming from God of War. Oh, okay. So I've watched other responses from this game, and some of them were like people who got early access and they played further into the game or in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And basically the early parts of the game, because we didn't play the early part obviously in the demo if you downloaded it. The early part of the game, they ease you into the game's systems little by little, and that section might take longer than some people would like, and it might make it feel slower than it actually is. And I think that might work to the game's benefit, because when they feed you the skills little by little, you'll be ready to use them in large quantities later on because you've already acclimated over time. It just might take a lot, to get it through. Hopefully the story carries you through those early parts,
Yeah.
And you can just beeline to it. Another issue is the dialogue. I didn't have that much problem with the dialogue. I thought it was fine, but then again, I haven't seen the dialogue at length yet in the demo. I don't have a problem with the lead so far, and I'm liking most of what I'm seeing. So I'm still excited about the game, and I really want to succeed. So maybe if it's open to it, it gets the sequel, and it doesn't bomb and it gets forgotten.
The game has to come out first. So Samir, don't get your hopes up on the sequel just yet. But I just couldn't deal with the combat.
Give it a shot, man. When I'll let you try my copy when the game comes out. Maybe
you buying it on PS5?
No.
How you gonna let me?
Get a PC, nigga.
No. But yeah, so I don't think we got any more to talk about.
We got a couple things to talk about.
It's been 25 years since Pokemon gave everyone in Japan seizures.
Okay, so it's 25 years of Ash Ketchum, or what's his real name? Takashi?
Saito.
I don't think it's Saito. Satoshi, there we go. Satoshi, yeah. Satoshi being the main lead of the Pokemon anime. And he is now no longer the lead. He is ending. He's leaving the show. There will be 11 episode special of him just rounding out his quest. And I guess either he's going to go somewhere and he won't be the focus anymore. And then they showed a quick little animated short, and then it ended with a screenshot of the new leads. They're very cute, and they have the current starters as their Pokemon. Bernard will put up a picture of them when when we finish editing this.
How about you send me the picture so I don't have to go looking for it?
It takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds. It's a big story.
And
2 seconds.
It also takes 2 seconds for you to send me a photo. So
I'm going to move on in a second because we're going to go over this story. So that's what it is. Okay. Honestly, I feel very emotional about it, even though I haven't been watching the show religiously since I was
bro, you ain't watched Pokemon in at least 10 years.
Not even 10 years. Closer to 18. Closer to 20.
2 decades.
Oh my God. Yeah, closer to 20. Oh my God.
Sometimes I don't think you speak, you don't think before you speak. It's like, yeah, man, I haven't watched it in 20 years and I still miss it.
No, I'm just like, 20 years. Oh God. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
I get that still, man.
Lot longer. Next story.
I'm definitely 20 years in deep of not watching Pokemon.
Yeah, so next story. So Henry Cavill, as we know.
Oh, no. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he's no longer Superman, and he obviously is no longer Geralt of Rivia. So the guy, you would think the guy is, he lost 2 big roles in the span of like 2 months, right? And you would think he's down and out, but no, he is not. He is now signed on to do Warhammer 40K. Essentially, he's the executive producer and the lead of this project. Is it a movie or a series?
It is a series.
Series, even better. So I'm actually pretty, and I'm not even a Warhammer fan because it's never really messed well. I mean, also it's Warhammer's lore is deep. I mean,
all right, so I'm going to give our listeners a backstory on Warhammer 40,000. So Warhammer 40,000 started in 1987 and is set in the far future of the 41st millennium in a galaxy torn apart by perpetual war. The Imperium of Man, which is a fascist theological outcry ruled by the decaying body of a millennia-old god emperor and defended by genetically enhanced, power armor-laden chapters of space marines, attempts to safeguard its worlds and people against hosts of alien and demonic threats from corrupted forces of chaos, to the Tech-Politan Hamaji of the Tau Empire, to the swarming hordes of the Tyranid hives, and it's a world that spawned the term Grimdark for its love of over-the-top excess in gore, action, and the amount of spikes you can fit into someone's shoulders.
It's like I said, the lore
before.
Really?
Yeah. God,
it's just, like I said, it's just in a pigeonhole of media. Pigeonhole. Yeah. So the lore is deep, so I've never had a chance to really sink my teeth into it. There are other mediums I was kind of drowning in at the moment, but I'm excited to try this out. Maybe this will be something that opens me up to the franchise. You know, that's what happens when you try new things, Bernard. You know, when they this is a cool. Okay, so I'm going to actually backtrack on something I said. So when you have medium crossing of existing properties like TV shows and movies from video games or vice versa, it causes a lot of people to be opened up to the IP. Like, for instance, let's say you're not into League of Legends, but then you watch Arcane, and it's great. And you may want to do more League of Legends.
Arcane, dude.
I didn't say anything. I was using an example. All right, Bernard. Well, you're giving small dick energy right now. Calm down. All right. We don't want to talk about that.
Energy, and I'm gonna choke the shit out of you next time I see you.
I don't know. Not with that small dick energy. You're not. Anyways, so on that note, it's very possible that someone could watch Last of Us and then say, "Hey, I want to play the games now." And now you've got someone enjoying more video games. So there is merit to these mediums that are, not given to certain other platforms. I lost my train of thought here. The point is,
did me just step on your brain?
Yeah, basically. Give me a stroke. Anyways, when you change media, when you take a property that's normally in a different medium and you put it into another one, it's often a good thing. All right. So that's what I was getting at. And I'm glad that Henry Cavill is on another project. He's staying busy, and he's the nerdy hunk that we all know and love. Yeah.
Okay. So Donald Glover is going to be the hypno-hustler.
Oh my God! So what was your initial reaction to that?
My initial reaction was, did I fucking read that right? So keep in mind, this is part of Sony's Spider-Man universe. This has nothing to do with the MCU. So
does their Spider-Man universe have a Spider-Man? Huh?
They reference one in Morbius.
I haven't watched Morbius yet. Where and how did they reference him?
Since, spoiler alert for a horrible, horrible movie that
came out a year and a half ago.
No, it came out this year. What the fuck are you talking about?
It came out in 2022?
Yes.
I'm thinking it came out last year. Go on. So,
as we know, Michael Keaton traversed over to whatever universe Morbius is from first.
It did make sense, but go on.
Got there, exactly. Reason whatsoever. So, yeah, he got out of prison, obviously, because, no one knows why he's there. And they make a reference to Spider-Man. He's like, something about this dimension having a Spider-Man as well. You can just fast forward through it on Netflix just to watch the end credit just to see Michael Keaton. But I was like,
So, are his wife and kids missing him or something?
Who the fuck knows? They didn't get shown in No Way Home. And that's the one thing I kind of wanted to see. Like, I had this whole vision of No Way Home in my head where, like, Peter's on trial and everything, and, like, he sees Liz and her mom, and Liz slaps him. But obviously, that did not happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay, yeah, hypno-hustler.
So, yeah, this will be written by Miles Murphy, who is Eddie Murphy's son. And like we said before, this is... Go
on.
Yeah, like I said, this is in the Sony Marvel universe alongside Venom and Morbius. And it's just like, come on, man. I guess they can't use Prowler because it's kind of a MCU thing now. Because...
Is it?
I mean, I don't... Because you got to remember, it's like they're trying to, like, force connect the MCU stuff to Sony. But even then, you can't. See, it could have worked if they just left well enough alone. Because remember, in the first teaser trailer, we saw the poster saying that Spider-Man was a murderer in the background. We saw Michael Keaton being arrested and saying something to Michael Morbius. That whole scene got cut. Like, literally, you know what Michael Keaton's scene is? Oh, he gets transported to that universe via No Way Home, and then the post-credit scene, Adrian Toomes, who mysteriously appeared in a prison cell, blah, 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 blah. And how the fuck did he get a vulture suit?
Yeah, yes, another problem with it. This problem starts in the MCU technically because Adrian Toomes built his own suit in the comic.
Yes.
Right. So now you have a guy who's dependent on alien technology. Can he recreate that suit without the Chitauri technology?
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
Chitauri.
Oh, okay, it sounds like you said head Charlie.
Open your ears. All right.
What was that accent?
Team America.
That's racist.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just said Team America.
That whole racism,
what was I gonna say?
So yeah, hypno-hustler. I kind of want to see this too. I like Donald Glover.
I want to see it fail because this is getting out of control. They're grabbing any and every character that they can get their hands on just so they can keep going.
Spider-Man related. I'm just waiting for the Osborn series to come. A story about a young Norman Osborn.
And most of these characters don't work without Spider-Man. Hydro Man is not interesting by himself without Spider-Man. Kraven the Hunter is definitely not interesting. What?
We haven't seen Hydro Man in years.
Yeah, I know. But they're not interesting without Spider-Man themselves. Like, Otto Octavius was only interesting either as a villain fighting Spider-Man or someone impersonating Spider-Man.
What'd you say?
Or someone impersonating Spider-Man. Is he still young and attractive?
No, he got back in his fat body.
He could stay with the gym, man. What happened, man?
Kind of made a deal with Festo. It kind of.
Oh my god! He got square one. He got square one. Just to say that. It's just ridiculous.
Tried to pull that BS. Like, oh yeah, I don't remember ever being a hero. Then just gonna go off and cry in the sunset.
Whatever.
And
that must hurt though. She's limboed or is she still hanging around?
In the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
That's where Otto was.
Okay.
What was I saying?
Yeah. So the hypno hustler. I don't see how this character is going to work, and if he does work by himself, I don't see how he's going to be interesting. Now, again, we don't know what they're going to do with him, but a lot of these characters aren't. Is he a hero? What are they doing with this character? Wasn't he a villain?
He is a villain. Like I said, that's all we know.
So what are they doing with these characters? Because he's like, I'm sick of them trying to change heroes into their version of an anti-hero, because anti-heroes aren't good people. So it's hard to even market anti-heroes technically.
I mean, people love the Punisher, especially cops, despite the fact that he was working cops left and right.
They should like him because they're freaking normies who don't read comics. They just see the symbol and it's just they don't know anything about the Punisher. All right, it's like there's a very famous panel that he said, "Listen, I'm not your role model. Your role model is Captain America. He'll be happy to have you." I'm paraphrasing, basically, but don't. He said, "Don't follow me," which is the writer saying, "Yo, I'm sick of all these cops and these right-wing nuts using the symbol. That's why it's got a different symbol now." I don't like the new symbol. They freaking co-opted it, and now they've got the character came in and he's being symbol anymore.
Well, he's the leader of the hand, so that's why they changed it.
It's an Oni, yeah. I get it's an Oni. Okay. Yeah. Kraven the Hunter. He's a deplorable individual. He only works as a villain. There's no way to make this character work and stay true to the character. I'm sorry. I'm chomping at the bit to see a trailer for this movie. I want to see what they do with this Kraven the Hunter. It's gonna suck. There's no way for it to make sense. What is he hunting? People?
Yeah. This is gonna be their version of the Most Dangerous Game, the movie that keeps getting remade. Bro, they just did another version of that. I was in Walmart. It's on like Blu-ray. I forgot who was in it. I'm like, didn't we just get this on Quibi? And then we get this like 2 years prior with The Hunt.
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have anything else you want to wrap?
No, I think that's it. I was going into rap, but then we go Henry Cavill and Warhammer 40K now.
All right, yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap, guys. I will have a review for Avatar by the next episode, and we'll decide if it's gonna be spoiler free or not.
It's going to be a week if you get to go see it next week by Christmas.
So it might. Well, I don't know. This is getting difficult because I'm trying to see it in IMAX, and all of them are sold out, and my schedule isn't allowing me to get certain showtimes.
Okay,
I'm going to definitely see it.
It is going to be a spoiler-filled review from Samir because the movie's down a week, and if you didn't see it, that's okay. But if you're like me and just didn't want to see it, cool. Don't shake your head. But yeah, guys,
I'm shaking my head.
This is Bernard, aka the Scarlet Spider,
and this is Samir, aka. Listen, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed, Bernard.
We are the Angry Blerds podcast.
Join us next time. Same Blurred channel, same Blurred network. We'll be here, disappointed again in Bernard.
And I appreciate you guys watching all the TikToks and agreeing with me that how about I watched the second Avatar if I didn't like the first one. So yeah, guys, be sure to rate, reviews.
Who are these people? Like, your 5 friends don't count.
I have more than 5 friends. Fuck you. Be sure to review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Mainly everything is angry.blerds.podcast, but for some reason Twitter wants to be assholes, so I can only just go with like angry.blerds or something like that. It might be angry_blerds.
You get the blue check mark.
I'm not paying $8 for that.
Yeah, F that. Hell no.
But yeah, guys, we will see you next time. Peace. You gonna tell the people about it? Okay, there you go. Cool.
Live long and prosper.
Shut up.